So I'm going to reply to a comment which says, my philosophy is, if someone left you and betrayed you with someone else, don't ever forgive them and get into any manipulations with them if they want to come back. Now this comment was under the video DM showers DF with genuine compliments because their love is intact after years and despite karmic debacle. So I want to give the reply to this comment because then this comment or this reply can help a lot of other people to get clarity about what is exactly a twin flame connection, or when do we say that okay, this relationship is a part of the twin flame ascension journey. Number one, it passes the test of time, which means that even though it started like many years back, or you had whatever connection, if it was dating or full-fledged relationship, or it was just mutual connection, whatever it was, you knew that there is love. Love is something which is easily recognizable once you are a bit more mature. If you're spiritually mature, you will understand the difference between love, lust, liking, all of that, you know. Time pass. Then there are some relationships that just stay. They just never go, okay? So what is the difference between a narcissistic relationship and a genuine connection? When we use the word divine masculine and divine feminine, we know that if a divine masculine and divine feminine go away from each other, if they separate from each other, then the reason could be third party people, like other people, karmic. I'm not saying karmic in terms of relationship karmic. I'm talking about the other karmic people around, the 3D people around, people who have control over the minds of the masculine and the feminine, and they have karmic requirements at that time because of course at that stage they are not so spiritually wise and mature. The twin flame ascension journey has just started at that point in time, so even they have karmic needs. They also feel like okay, I should make this much money, or I should get this type of man in my life or woman in my life. But they don't lie to each other, they don't cheat on each other. This is a big difference between a cold-blooded narcissist. A narcissist is extremely selfish. They are going to lie, they are going to cheat. Very easily they can cheat on anyone. They are very selfish. All narcissists are usually so selfish that when they feel that okay, I am getting benefit in some place, they will like this go to that person or go to that thing. They will not think about anybody else who has helped them or taken care of them. They just use people. They just want to kill their time, and to kill their time they use people. That's it, simple. If they find something good in a person, anything which is like which is satisfying their need, if they have a desire, they operate simply. They have a desire and they want it, and they usually want it right now. But the divine masculine and feminine are not like that. They are patient with each other, they have a connection with each other, they care for each other, which is why even after so many years they always maintain contact and communication. Usually if they go out of contact, they know about it. The other person will know. If masculine has gone out of contact, is because now he's with someone else and he has to be loyal, because he would be a loyal person, she is going to be loyal, and he would know that she's dating someone. Why is she going to call me or talk to me or message me? Even as a friend she will not do that, because yeah, I'm an ex, she's not going to do that. When they have been with other people or they have gone through a lot, maybe one of them chose a karmic job and the karmic job did not give them much. On the contrary, they learned some really good life lessons. After 5 years, 7 years, they realize that this job is just a waste of my time, or this job has simply acted as a teacher that I don't need to do this to be happy. I can be happy in whatever I do or wherever I go. They can even move to another country hoping or thinking, because their parents have instilled it in them, or the society they live in has instilled it in them, that if you go to abroad and if you work over there and you'll have a great life. You cannot do so well in your own country. So he or she, they are programmed. They are very strongly programmed, and they also love their family members. They love their own people. They are good providers. They are very nice people. If I channel about divine masculine and feminine, I am talking about genuine people who were in love, but because of the 3D programming, because of the earthly programming, because of the curses, because of those type of reasons, they go away from each other. And that's the reason why when they come back to each other, it's very easy for them to just pick up the phone and call, because they have not tortured each other, they have not done bad things to each other. Whereas if a narcissist will call you back after doing all of the horrible things, of course, if you're intelligent, you'll never accept that person. Why will you? So this is a major difference. You need to have that discernment. If you have dated a manipulator, a cheater or a liar, and they keep playing with your heart, they keep fooling you. Usually they come back when their karmic connections are not giving them anything. When they don't get anything from anywhere, then they usually come back. When they are feeling lonely, when they are feeling like sad. Whosoever they were doing their cheating or lying festival with, if that person doesn't seem to be good enough for them, then they will think about their chaser, then they will think about that person, and then they will say, okay, fine, I will let you in, okay, come on, come over, fine. That's how they operate. They don't operate on love. They only operate on selfishness. It's very simple. Also, I have noticed that some people give this label of divine masculine and divine feminine on their own, or even twin flame for that matter. They have not really studied the characteristics. What is a divine masculine? Even if you listen to the word divine, why would a divine person do all these bad things? If it's a divine person, if they do it, they are not going to lie to you about it. They are not going to cheat on you. They will be very open about it. One thing that divine masculine and feminine have is honesty. If they feel a relationship is not working out, they will tell you on your face that, look, this relationship is not working out and I am with you only because I like you. And yes, my parents are looking for someone else for me, so I am not going to give you any hopes. They don't like you. They don't like you because of all these XYZ reasons. Do you like me? Yes, I like you and I love you. But I feel that I'm obligated to listen to my parents. So there is no lying happening over here. Now if a person wants to be with them, they are aware of the consequences. They should be aware of the consequences and they should be responsible enough. Okay, fine, if something bad happens tomorrow, if we separate, then it was all given to me in advance. I was told about it. So I must also take responsibility for the whole situation. Then whatever their weakness is, the weakness is out in the open. The weakness is not hidden. And this can happen with the girl, this can happen with the guy, both. They meet, they fall in love with each other, and after 2 years, 3 years, they realize that, things are not going to work out. It's very difficult. Or why are the things not going to work out? They have proper reasons for it. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reasons due to which we cannot get married. Only after 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 10 years, they realize that these were just stupid, childish reasons. These were not even proper reasons. But at that point in time, when they were younger, they were also heavily programmed. So twin flame journey is not like two perfect people are meeting each other. They have no flaws and they are in a relationship and things go haywire. They are imperfect. They don't know anything. They don't even know what love is fully. They only realize it when they have some bad experiences with other people, when they meet false twins or karmics, or they meet some other negative relationships. Maximum people learn the most when they get into some narcissistic relationship. That's when they realize the amount of gaslighting, the amount of addiction. Addiction can be in a divine masculine and feminine also. They could also be struggling with addiction pattern, but they don't do gaslighting. They remember what they say. If they don't remember what they say, it could be something very different or something very old, but they'll still have their own version for it. You might even feel that when you are in a relationship with such a person, which is an old relationship, 7 years back, you were dating that person, you might not also remember a lot of things. They would tell you, what, one night we were there and this happened, because you spent a certain amount of time with that person, and in that certain amount of time, so many incidents happened, and some of the incidents you were not taking it that seriously, which they were taking very seriously. And some incidents you were very serious, but they were not serious. So eventually, when the separation happens, it's a well discussed, properly thought separation, which is why later on it's easy for them to come back to each other and say that, yeah, we did we did think, no, we knew so much. We knew so much. We knew that whatever we were doing was right, but it was not right. They can ask each other this question, are you happy now? Or what happened to you? Like each time when they have a reunion, they usually share and discuss with each other what did they learn, what happened, what all are their lessons. And if they want, they can go away from each other again, which is why they have so many cycles of reunions and coming and going. This is not runner-chaser dynamic. This is a harmonious connection. They are not fighting and angry with each other. Even if this is happening, they can still pick up the phone. They will meet each other easily. They both would know where they live, the family members, everything. It's just like they are very good friends, but they are in love with each other and they've had a complicated past, and now again they could be stuck up in something. But they are not going to be around or hover around each other when they are committed to someone. Both of them are very conscious of that. Now, there is another reply to the same comment which says, in my case, the masculine energy is her. She was sleeping with multiple group of casual players, and one of them happened to be one of my friend's sister's husband. So where your reading stands with my story. I am done and I pulled myself away from the situation 15 years ago. What is meant by temporary relationships? Yes, just for sex. So I think this person has answered their own question. So when a person listens to readings like these, I think sometimes they can get clarity, because I make readings very clearly. I don't give any false hopes. So if a person is sleeping around with many people, multiple groups of casual players, I mean, what type of libido this person has if they are sleeping around with so many people, multiple groups? Definitely this is not a mentally stable person. To be honest, if a person is sleeping around with so many people, they definitely got some issue. They have some issue with them, and they need to work on themselves. And then out of those multiple group of casual players, one of them happened to be one of my friend's sister's husband. So the whole circle, this energy is everywhere, which means. So now, whosoever is into this situation, they also need to work on themselves. They also need to do proper inner work. They also need to heal from their wounds. They need to pay attention on them, why such people or so many people are around them, and why are they even affected by these situations, or what is their lesson in all of this? What are they here to learn? And this type of crowd or these type of people, it's not a good crowd to be in, good space to be in. I am done and I pulled myself away from that situation 15 years ago. So 15 years ago, this situation happened. It's over. Even in this, you need to understand, was that person honest and open about it, or were they doing everything secretly? If they had an addiction, or if they had a bad habit, or if they had anything, did they talk about it openly, or did you find out about it? Was it a secret? Was it a well-kept clandestine situation, and from the outside there was all goody drama and all of that? Those type of questions you need to ask. If still people can be broken, and people are broken, many people are broken. It is okay to be broken. One should never be ashamed of being broken or being in a situation where they are wounded. But at least they should be honest. They should be honest about it. There should not be any secrets, and there should not be any false expectation, fake expectation. Like, just to keep someone around you, just to have people in your life, you lie to them. Yes, I love you, my darling. Yes, I care for you. Yes, I have a future with you. Just to keep yourself company and do some time pass, because narcissist cannot be alone. They have a very big problem in being alone. They are not independent. They are codependent in a very toxic way. So they just want someone or the other to be around them. They like to fill their time. If you tell them you go and do this or you go and do that, they cannot do it. So if they meet someone, if they talk to someone, if they hang out with someone, there has to be a selfish motive behind it. They are not doing anybody any favor. They are not giving, they are not givers. So if this is the situation where you're with a narcissist, a selfish, lying, cheating, conniving person, a manipulator, then good if you finished it off. Okay? So temporary relationships, yes, people are into these relationships. It's common these days. It's common till the time you're in that frequency. These type of relationships or these type of people are commonly found when we are also in that frequency. Once we are out of a pattern and once we are out of a frequency, once we have broken the loop, then we automatically start attracting people like us. So if we are in a place where we have lots of people who are into casual sex or hookup or Tinder and this and that, and they're drinking a lot and they're smoking a lot and all of that is happening, it means we are also stuck in that type of loop. We are also stuck in something which we have not healed from, because as soon as we heal from it, those people could be existing somewhere but they will not have any impact on you and you will not commonly see them, because the places you go to, the people you hang out with, it will all change. I remember when I was very young, when I was in hostel, when I was studying, I had all these friends from different parts of the country. My hostel was very big. We had like more than 500-600 girls. We had like all types of girls, all different kinds of girls at that point in time. Some were very simple, some loved to party, some came from very humble houses, some came from very fancy places. So it was like, at that age, getting to know so many people. Some girls were really hot, some were very good looking, some were girl next door kind of beauty. So different skin colors, different textures. Even in the college was even bigger. So in the hostel only, if we had so many girls, you can imagine how many girls were there in the college. And our school, our vocational college was more like it had students after 10th standard also, and they were 12th standard students, and they were postgraduates, they were graduates. So we had all types of, all age groups, you can say. Even there were some ladies who had gotten married and they had kids and they were still there to learn some kind of course like commercial arts, this, that, so that they could start their own vocation. All of the courses were basically vocational courses, which is, I think, very good. If you really want to study, then you can always do your graduation or your high school, as correspondence student, and you can do a full-time course. You can study these subjects full-time, because as soon as you do it, you can start your own business or you can start your own industry, small industry or factory, whatever. So there were so many people and there were so many options at that point in time. And we saw, personally, I saw like hundreds and thousands of people at that time, at that age. So we used to go to party, we also used to go to the temple, we used to go to someone's house, we used to go to birthday party, we used to go to clubs. There were so many experiences. But after some time, certain experiences got stuck to us. Everybody had different experiences. Why? Because we were in that frequency. Now, as soon as I still remember when I stopped, accepting drinks or non-veg food, I realized after a couple of months, I think 2-3 years, half of my friends are vegetarians. And I was like, how is this possible? I changed, I became a vegetarian. Now 50% people I know are vegetarians. How is this possible? Because I shifted from the frequency where people were eating non-veg food. So now also there are people who eat meat in front of me, I know that. But I don't judge them, or it's not a big deal. Okay, fine, everyone knows I'm an animal lover, they respect it. And I'm also not going to such places. So if somebody is still there, I think this is, God is doing it to me, giving me as a lesson, as a test. Okay, you have to tolerate this person. You have to accept this person also. When I was just 15 years old, I had a friend who was a vegetarian, and each time I would eat non-veg, she would make lots and lots of faces. And I think that pushed me more into eating meat in front of her, because I did not like the way she would tell me, you don't do this, it's disgusting. Her way of explaining to me made me feel like I should rebel even more. So when I am with a person who's eating meat, I don't do any of that. But I definitely tell them about what animals are going through, because they're hugely interested also. They ask me like, why do you feed animals? Why do you care for animals? And I tell them that, look, this chicken that you're eating, with all due respect to you, it's not about you are a bad person because you eat meat. It's just that it's very unhealthy choice for you. Because this, look at the way it is being procured. Look at the way, or look at the steps that has made it reach to your table, to your plate. Just think about that. How did this piece of meat ended on your table? If you look at the process, it's a scary process. It's a very scary process. It's full of trauma. It is full of diseases. It is full of chemicals and lots of inhuman things. So when it goes into a person's stomach, what do they feel? What do they go through? They have taken up all the trauma of that being, and maybe some diseases also. And that's why in summer seasons, a lot of people fall sick when they eat meat these days. They have diarrhea or they have food poisoning. Why? Because that meat is coming from really bad sources. So that much, yes, we can explain to people. But it's interesting that so many people are vegetarians, and some people actually became vegetarians after they had this chat with me. At least 4 or 5 people I know who were eating non-veg. When we started hanging out, we started talking to each other, and they would ask me like, why did you become a vegetarian? Because I became a vegetarian. I also became a vegetarian. I was also from a family that ate meat. So when I talked about my shift and my reasons, they are like, okay. Similarly, in the work that I do, so many people in my circle, they have no idea what Twinflame is. They have no idea what ascension is. They have no idea what spiritualistic healing is. Most people just know that, okay, we should go to the doctor and we should eat some pills. Nobody thinks that if they are unwell or if they have a chronic disease, then it could be because of a mental pattern. And my own mother did not know so much about the therapy I was doing until she fell really sick, and finally she said, okay, why don't you give me therapy? And she was in such a bad condition that she could not even get up. She would just literally fall down like that, And from that state, the day she did her therapy, next day she was walking in the park. She took like 7 rounds. And she was shocked because it was actually a pattern. It was a mental pattern. It was an old mental pattern that we had to trace back to. Of course, she's my mother, so I know what all she's been doing. But I never forced her. I never said, you have to take therapy from me. I had to wait, very patiently I had to wait, because I could see that she was falling sick. And I told her multiple times that you should not do this because this is going to cause you problem. This is going to cause you bad health. But she was like, no, it's fine, I can do it, I can handle it. And then it got really bad. When it got really bad, then she realized that, okay, my daughter had already been saying it for such a long time that you must not do it. Because most problems are connected with our thought patterns. Now, even if you go to a psychiatrist or psychologist, and if they give some medicines for bipolar disorder or for some other mental disorder, multiple personality disorder or split personality or anxiety or depression, it is not a foolproof method. There is no proper medication for these problems, these situations, these mental patterns. But they have no option. People are like, give me something which can help me right away. In some cases, I say myself, allopathy is okay. If it's a situation where you feel, okay, yeah, this pill is going to help you out, fine, no problem. Some basic situations, why not? But it should be just 1 or 2 pills, that's it, and it should be some kind of disease which is like a viral infection or something. Even in viral, some people don't take medication. They just rest a lot and they drink a lot of water. They have like good meals and they don't get disturbed. Most of the times resting helps us a lot. Some people do that, but I'm not advising anybody anything over here. I'm just saying that the type of people we have, there are only 2 reasons for it. Either we need to heal from it because they are mirroring us, or we need to be more patient and we need to have more tolerance, and slowly and gradually the message that we have, it becomes loud and clear. So as I've been saying since 2011, that's when I actually wrote the book. At that time there was no YouTube or there was no Instagram or anything. But at that time also I was trying to tell people that you can meet your ultimate soulmate, or you can be in a lifestyle which has all healthy relationships, maximum healthy relationships around you. But for that you need to work on yourself. Every story that I've written in the book, In the Name of Love, all the people who have written it so far, they've given me such amazing feedback. And I've never had to market that book. I'd never had to promote it like how other authors or writers do it. It is just there, in the universe. It's like on the vibrational level, whosoever is a match to it, they read it, and it has a very good, very positive impact on them, because the stories are so beautiful, the people are so beautiful. These are the divine masculines and feminines. These are the people who are looking for love. These are the people who are saying, okay, God, give me true love. But God says true love is inside of you, but you need to find it out. And sometimes they meet toxic partners, toxic situations happen to them. If the partner is very nice, maybe the situation is problematic. Maybe something really major happens in their life. Then how do they find love? So this question is very good, and that's why I wanted to answer it. If you also have any such interesting questions, please feel free to comment them, and I would love to answer it if it can help the community. I will see you in the next video. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.